Welcome to today's video. So now today, given that I'm trying to I've established myself in this space as the corporate creative. Now I'll take you through my my corporate journey partly and my creative journey partly. So basically it's as a Gen Z, I didn't feel the need to be rooted to to one particular career. So over the time, even before I established my footing, I'm also still trying to learn my footing. But this whole time I've been in different careers. Yeah, okay, not different careers. I've tried out several things, and today this is more of a sit down with me. So basically I'll be taking you the different career spaces that I have stepped in, the potential careers that could have been but never were, the careers that are and we're still trying to establish at this time while I try to do my makeup. So now you guys, you can follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, don't forget, and remember guys to subscribe and bring a friend along. So when I got out of high school, when I joined campus, by the way guys, I went to African Nazarene University. Beautiful university, beautiful experiences where I got to meet my I got to meet my best friends basically. Yeah, so while there I was actively in different spaces. So now the space that we're gonna start, oh my god, I keep talking but I need to start doing this face, eating this face. Yeah, so now when I got to African Nazarene University, basically I got picked to do Bachelor of Commerce, but then I always wanted to do the finance option. That was after I landed in African Nazarene University. Basically before that I really didn't want to go to campus to do anything to do with math or economics. I wanted to do medicine, but then it never happened. But anyway, we move irregardless, we move. So now when I got to campus, I started doing Bachelor of Commerce. I was really good at it. I started majoring with with an accounting minor, basically because I wanted to do a finance major. So when I graduated, I ended up doing a finance major and an accounting minor. By the way, you guys, I link here, I will link here my graduation video. You can go and see that, and it was such a beautiful graduation. I felt so emotional. It was so emotional for me. Yeah, because that was just a whole other story. So when I got to campus, I got to meet a lot of people. I'm such an extrovert, yeah. But then where prospective career started, it was sometime in 2019. I was in third year, and then I started being active in school politics. I became active and ended up voting in, and I was very vocal, you know, about the student needs and the political space. But then when it got to 2020, when COVID hit, that was the time that when we were back home, I realized that I could actually do something active in the political space. So now this threw me into doing a lot of activism, whereby I joined a group by another friend from school that I had met in school called Youth for Youth. And basically here we were with other young people who were also activists at the time, actively trying to change spaces, you know. So at the time when I was here in this group, basically I represented the gender docket, yeah. In as much as I was a woman, someone would have said that I represented the women docket, but basically it was the gender docket, yeah. And while I was here, we were trying, given that it was 2020 and there were so many hardships. This time during COVID is when things were getting really out of hand, and it was the time where there were these cases where kids who were supposed to be in school, they were not in school obviously because of COVID, and in an area, by there I mean Kenya for the international viewers, yay, manifesting. So at this time there's a place in Kenya called Bomet where there was a case or an issue of of young girls, exchanging sex for parts, and this really touched my heart, and it compelled me to try and do something. So I realized probably if I joined that political or activism group, I could actively influence change through that gender docket. So we were a couple of youngins. There was Mike Sagana, by the way, who's a very active leader in the youth space. There was also Anita Soina. I also got to meet Anita Soina. If you guys don't know who Anita Soina is, go look for her right now. So I also got to meet Anita Soina, and I felt like it was a really beautiful experience, because while at the political space, I'm gonna insert clips here and there, either here or photos or videos. Anyway, while I was at when I was in the political space, I really got involved in politics, yeah, because as young people, sometimes we really tend to ignore the political spaces, and where we should have been active as young voices in the political spaces governing how our country is gonna be, or where our country is headed to, we're really negligent of that. So during this time, I felt really compelled to join in the political space. And you guys, now let me shock you. At one point, I thought about the idea of even running for office, and by running for office, I mean I thought of maybe running for like women rep or MCA in Nairobi. You guys, it was so compelling to me, because I remember the time with our friends, we'd go visit children homes, we'd go for political rallies, not as big, but basically as young people, just trying to get the agenda out, yeah. And I really loved that time. So now, the same year in 2020, in campus in Africa Nazarene, we used to have this program called Health Prize. Now, Health Prize was a global entrepreneurship program, yeah. And at the time, a very good friend of mine was the director, and my best friend was the taking up I think social media. But then she was like, my best friend is called Lisa, yeah. I have two best friends, basically. Okay, TMI. I have two best friends. One is called Lisa, the other one is called Queen. Yeah, and they've been my people ever since, yeah. So during this time, my best friend was like, I feel like, given that you love social media so much, I really do love social media. So she was like, given that you love social media so much, I feel like you could be material in this space. And I was like, why not? Because my best friend actually paved way to where I am right now, because I feel if she didn't give me like the chance and even push me to be in that space actively, I wouldn't have taken my creative side so seriously, because remember, I had neglected it the moment I dropped it in high school. So moving forward, I really didn't put much thought into it. So I ended up in this global entrepreneurship program. Given the Africa Nazarene chapter, I ended up being the digital media manager, and as well as the content creator for that space. So remember, this was in 2020, yeah, and it was the time when people weren't really meeting a lot. So I had to get creative. Both my best friend and I, we had to get creative we had to get creative and try and create content for the platform at the time, given that people weren't meeting as we were used to. So she catapulted me here, and I was a digital media manager and a content creator for Health Prize Africa Nazarene chapter 2020-2021. So I moved from that, and I momentarily became a model. Hear me out, yeah. My other best friend, who's called Queen, she's a makeup artist, yeah, and at that time she was really trying to establish herself in the social media space, and also trying to establish her business. By the way, guys, she is called Simply Riti on Instagram, and her makeup page is called Riti's Makeup. One thing I loved about her is the fact that she's not only a makeup artist, but she's also I call her a beauty consultant because she also understands skin types, yeah. So even before she puts makeup on you, she'll get to understand, okay, is your skin normal, dry, oily, and she'll cater to you and the makeup as per your skin. And I really love her for that. You guys, you should go find her on Instagram. You can DM her. She does house calls, you know, you can book her at any time. So support my girl. So at the time when she was starting out on her business, I actually got to model for her. Oh my god. And I remember this was in 2021 during we were still in the pandemic, and there were still, you know, waves. I think the second, third wave, you know. And at the time we were in campus and we were living together, yeah. So I got to model for her, and she did makeup on both me and my other best friend. So it was like a best friend shoot. Like, how perfect, because we really got to bond at the time, yeah. So we ended up doing a makeup shoot for her, and actually that boosted my confidence, because I remember even after her makeup shoot, while I was a model at her makeup shoot, I remember thinking, okay, I really do love this, because I remember even as we were shooting, now behind the scenes, I kept on like directing, and I'm like, okay, why don't we try this place, why don't we try this background? And that actually developed my directive managerial side when it comes to content creation, yeah. And it was such a beautiful side, because she actually inspired and pushed me and supported me while I was starting my business, because I also, at the time, I also had a lingerie business. Oh my god, I was an entrepreneur at the time. She really encouraged me. That lady, I love her to bits and pieces, yeah. So I got to model for her page, and I also got to be a lingerie model for my very, very odd lingerie business. And it's not active right now because I really couldn't cater to it as good or as well as I wanted to. But I was also a model. Oh my god, that was like, you know, when I think about it, I'm like, I was a model. I was a model, as in I was a model, you guys. And that time we got to be very creative, because I remember it was during my birthday. It was makeup featuring lingerie, yeah. And we got so creative. We went and got Guinness cans, beer cans, and then she rolled them in my hair, and then she did like some really, really nice makeup. Oh my god, I am never over those pictures. I think I'm gonna frame them, because let me tell you, it was the best. And we had such a good time, because I remember we shot all the way into the night, like at around midnight, and it was such a beautiful experience, because I got to bond with my best friend. And I mean, oh my god, what better way. So anyway, transitioning from that brings me to from being a model to my entrepreneurial side. So I had the makeup business. Oh, I'm using, you guys, whenever I use my beauty blender, yeah, I try and spray some setting spray on it, yeah, so that you can just set everything as we go. You guys, actually, let me tell you, first of all, I'm so lousy at makeup, and my best friend is a makeup artist. Like, why, Melissa? Why Lulu? Why? Honestly, why? Anyway, we move. So that brings me to my entrepreneurial side. I got to have two businesses while I was in campus. First of all, number one, I was a nail tech. Guys, nails, I really love nails. See, I'm a lover of nails. I really love nails. I feel they just accentuate, like I get done with my nails, I get to do my nails, and now I have an attitude, you know. I can speak like this, I can do this, I can be on my phone like guys, I love nails. So in our school there was a student center, and in that student center there was like a salon over there, and the guy who was there at the salon, he was also, there was a salon, a barber shop, yeah, just that. So the guy was also a friend of mine, because I had also gotten to interact with him in first year while I used to gym a lot and I used to play floorball a lot, yeah. I met this guy at the time, yeah, and he was a good friend of mine, and I was like, anyway, let me shoot my shot and ask him if I can do nails from there. So I got to do nails over there because I remember I also used to do nails on my roommate, on my friends. So at the time I did nails a lot. I really did nails, and they used to make me so happy. But then at one point again I stopped because I had to go back. Remember, I was doing 2 schools at the time. Hey, I've been hustler. Look for your money, babes. Look for money. Whenever chance you get, look for the money. So guys, at the time it really got overwhelming for me, and I also fell out of love with nails. So I stopped doing nails because also when COVID came, we all had to go home and we had to now study online. So I really couldn't do nails from that place. So at that time I was an entrepreneur doing nails, and I really loved it, but I fell out of love with it because I remember not wanting to do nails anymore. I think art broke my heart because I felt like it wasn't really making the cut for me. It used to make me happy. It was more of an escape for me, and I felt like I just had to move on to the next thing. So back then I was an entrepreneur doing nails, and I also did lingerie. I had a lingerie business, yeah, which I think that's something I want to get back to in the future because lingerie, girl. So now fast forward, after the lingerie business in early 2021, now I got to do my internship, yeah, because remember guys, I studied finance, and I did a finance major and an accounting minor. So I remember this time I got to do my internship at CS Insurance Company under the finance department. And guys, let me tell you, my life in corporate has been beautiful because that was the beginning of me in corporate. My life has been beautiful because guess what, girl? Guess who was my HR boss? Lisa, my best friend. Lisa, I love that lady. So at this time when I was at CS Insurance, the place gave me a very good corporate feel. What I'd say about CS Insurance is it's such a beautiful company. It has such a beautiful corporate culture, work culture. And I remember one thing I'm still grateful for is that the mentors that I met over there, they're very material in my life. I met this lady called Nana Murira. Hey Nana, oh my god, this babe, she was a senior manager. Okay, at the time she was a senior manager. And Nana, she's still in my life, and I really thank God for her because she got to see that, and I remember she even supported me to even write a proposal to the company to take up the digital media space. So guys, I had to go do my face because let me tell you one thing about me. I will talk. Okay, I will talk. But then I won't talk and do makeup because I don't know, I'll just talk and not do my makeup, yeah? Anyway, so I'm back. I had gotten to where I progressed career-wise. Currently, I'm in the financial services industry. I'm a financial services provider, but basically I'm an auditor. That's one. And currently I'm also trying to establish myself in this content creation space, yeah. But then my major space is financial services. Okay guys, I know this is a lot, just ignore. I'm just trying to bake my face. I'm trying to establish myself in this financial services industry because I actually find that I do enjoy it because it's a very fast industry. I learn a lot. I learn about money, economies, how people think, the psychological view of people and money, how economies are run, how businesses are run. I really get to learn a lot, and given the smart side of me and the corporate side really loves that because I love being in a fast moving industry where I'm gonna learn this today, I'm gonna learn this tomorrow, and by the time I get to wherever I need to be, when I look at myself, probably my growth prospect in 1 year, you know, I feel like I've always wanted to rapidly grow, and that's where I'm at right now. And I thank the heavens because guys, this is a whole other story that I actually need to come back here and talk about. Guys, when you pray, pray for your friends, because your friends will do the most for you. Where I'm at right now is because of my friends. And when you pray, pray for your friends. When you bless, bless your friends, because let me tell you, God blesses you through the hands of your friends. Yeah. Anyway, aside from that, I'm also trying to establish myself in the content creation space, because this is something that's been particularly haunting me. And again, as I had mentioned, Nana Morira, the beautiful lady who's been inspiring me to do this, she kept on reminding me, you need to be in this space, you need to be in this space. So you guys, whatever stays true to you, whatever the voice that's always at the back of your mind telling you you need to do this, the little voices, the little whispers, you need to do this, you guys go ahead and do them. Because right now it might be a little bit hectic for me, but I'm so fulfilled when I come to this space and I can just talk, you know, I can just express myself. I can do makeup today, I can do dress up tomorrow in corporate, I can do today I'm trying to be a creative, tomorrow I'm trying to be in corporate actively. And you guys, I feel peace in my heart, I feel so much joy. And it's actually taught me that in this life, you guys, do the most that you can do for yourself. If you feel in your heart you want to do this today, do it. If you feel in your heart you want to do that tomorrow, do it, because life's too short, and why not? Anyway, enough of that. That's another story time for another day. I'm just trying to merge between the corporate space and the creative space, because you know what, as Gen Z, allow me to say this, we're unstoppable. So I'm gonna do the corporate, and I love it, and that's always my priority. But I also feel like my other creative side, I'm prioritizing it mostly, as that's what it comes easily to me. I feel like being in front of a camera is so natural to me, and I love it. And let's go get dust off my face, and then we'll come back with the parting shots perhaps. Oh guys, so now this is the final makeup look. Yeah, let me remove my specs so you can see. It's not all that much, it's like a no makeup look ish, but you can kind of tell, but you can't tell, you know. Anyway, so right now I'm coming to you as what, a babe in financial services industry. Yeah, so Gen Z, we go to work. Anyway, let me show you this fit. I've been told I'm looking like a boy from Kimilili High, like those schools that wear green and white. Anyway, I need to end this video, so love you minutes, love you. Join me on the next one. Thank you for being here, love you. Mwah.